Pokemon.
So I just YouTubed. I just wanted to see if I could find it by typing in "Yo, she wants it, bro" into YouTube. To which YouTube's like, "What's that? 20-year-old cyst finally gets popped," and I'm like,
Almost.
YouTube.
I learned something about NetNavi.
What?
Apparently, because Alan's not an adult, he gets his NetNavi for free. But when he becomes an adult, they tax it.
Oh,
Oh no,
cool.
they don't tax the Navi. They tax the PET.
How the fuck do you continually tax a PET?
Anyway, hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summer. We're here today, playing some Pokemon. Kind of.
I'm playing Mega Man.
We're kind of playing some Pokemon. We're a little bit playing Pokemon. You know what I mean?
We might be playing Pokemon theoretically.
We are theoretically playing a tiny bit of Pokemon.
But that's just a thing.
We have with us our boy Emerald Stag.
Yo, what is up?
We have with us our boy Eric VA.
Oh, you.
We got with us our boy Will of D.
Better than
We got with us our boy Fummel Hot.
Dico being an asshole.
never got
And we got
Wedding.
with us our boy Frozen Frost.
Oh, so he didn't interrupt him. Okay.
He didn't say anything yet. Well, they're supposed to interrupt a fucking like
Yes!
crack can. Freaking taking up at this point in this part of the campaign. You think I'm showing favoritism? Because I am.
Yes, I absolutely believe you are showing favoritism.
Because I am. I'm playing. Hey guys, everybody's here. We have everyone today. These assholes couldn't show up for the last little bit of the game, but they'll show up for the last one, I guess.
Yeah, we just need to make sure it's over.
I've been waiting my whole life for this game to end, you see.
As soon as we came in, we had a $60 donation from Omega Zero. Says the Breakthrough crew have been through so much. Can't wait to see what hijinks they get into in Zelda. Fake card to Jake.
God damn it! He's not even here. He's not even here. What the fuck?
I'll be sure to hand that to Jake.
How dare he not be here for a
Basically.
Pokemon game? He really should know better.
He really should know better. Let's be
I know,
honest.
right?
But yes, thank you very much, Omega Zero. My guys. We're sitting here playing some Pokemon. Today's game's gonna be a little bit on the shorter side, obviously. If you guys haven't seen the last episode, stop watching right now. Seriously.
What are you doing?
Just stop. Why are you even looking at what's on the board? Don't even look at what's on the board. What are you doing? Just stop. Stop it. But this is the epilogue. We're done with the campaign, my dudes. And we see right here we have a bunch of Arceus's hands surrounded by some orange mocha frappuccino. And
Orange mocha frappuccino.
and I think that's how we're I think it's a good ending. I think it's, one last shower reveal. It's still Arceus. it's still
sorry.
We
still
haven't
God.
had a shower in decades.
Yeah, it's still God. He hasn't had a shower in a while because he was torn apart. So now he's gonna,
showered other people.
now he's gonna put those 1,000 arms to use. You know what I mean?
Is that what you do in the shower?
he's gonna clean himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Obviously.
Wait, you guys use the shower to clean yourself?
What do you do? What do you do?
I don't think I
Cry.
should talk about it.
Should I leave?
I feel like I've been doing it wrong this whole
You
time.
know how pigs bathe?
Hmm?
You know how pigs bathe, something like that?
they roll around in mud.
Yeah.
They
Your
roll
pipes
around
connect to mud.
and hopefully mud.
It's
You
just
know, I
mud. What are you
never
talking
thought It
about?
was actually mud.
My dudes, we had some epic things happening the last time. And Will, what happened last time?
Last time on Pokemon, Goku had finally woken from his slumber as he's ready to face off against Frieza, who's been attacking the Z Fighters up to this point.
Yeah, go on.
And Vegeta fucking died.
For every word you say that's wrong, I'm gonna take away one more health point from Bug Vader.
All right, let's continue. So in the Cell game, that's when Natsu learned to use his Gummy abilities.
How about this then? How about Aaron? Why don't you tell us what happened last time?
What happened last time?
Mm-hmm.
The boys showed up, yo.
There were some boys that showed
The
up.
only important event.
That's the only important event that happened there?
Yeah, man. They were like, yo, what's up? I was like, hey, guys. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, we need to get out of here. They're like reasons, but that's not important. They're like, that's cool, bro. And then we did.
Okay. Cool. What else happened, Derek?
We fought Sherry's mom and beat the crap out of her with the Zapdos, and then we beat the crap out of Sherry's dad after he threw a bunch of god goo at us.
Yeah, you did.
And yeah, and Nerd is dead, I guess, because he didn't show up again. And so is everyone else in the facility because it fucking collapsed.
Well, goodbye numbers 151, 69, and 420.
Yeah, we knew you well. Back in, and then we got up and there were arms and they were trying to grab us and we were like, no, bad touch. And
then what happened, Varric?
Then we systematically got all of our friends who had shown up because Kino teleported everyone out of the range of the goo monster hands. And slowly but surely we whittled it down to just 2 people. Our boys, Varric and Keanu, who had the ultimate face-off with the capture balls. They each tried to capture the other to save the other. But then they kind of messed it up, and Milkshake. I keep looking at him saying Bidoof because he looks like one anyway.
Because he looks like one?
Yes!
he doesn't. He looks like a bee barrel.
Fuck off! Milkshake was captured in the capture ball, and then Keanu yeeted him. And then we both just accepted death, and we took a picture together. And that's when the boy showed up with orange fucking frappuccino. They showed up with and we got on. I was a little bit of a joy kill because I didn't want to fucking die after having just accepted death with my bro.
Let's go again.
And
That is.
and now all the goo is gone because
It
Arceus took it back inside of himself.
It is. Every single bit of this goo here.
To follow up on an earlier point, if like 420, 69, and fucking the other one did not get out after the second power outage and the vast rumbles and god fights in the other room, they wanted to die. They had so much warning. They had so much time.
There was time now. You guys had done that though. You guys had made your way outside of the facility, and you guys are doing good. At this point, we had said that the game was basically over, and that you guys had won. Gonna move this out of the way. Oh shit! Look at that.
Oh shit.
Move that one out of the way too. My guys, as you guys have completed your little trials, get your fucking things out of the way. What are you doing, Emerald?
You grabbed them.
Get them out of the way. Get out of here. All right.
Are you suggesting that the DM is fallible?
As you guys have found your way going out away from this large amount of god blood that was behind you, and you guys have met with the boys, the ending song had played throughout everything as we had like a little bit of a rolling credits and some like flashes of like just meeting back with some of the friends and whatever. The first question I'd like to ask our crew here is what's the ending song to Pokemon?
The Anohana theme.
Why is it the
Just
Anohana?
sadness. Nothing but sadness.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is, Eric?
Fucking shit. The fucking Sailor Moon opening. I don't know.
Well, what do you think? What do you think it is, Aaron? What do you think the think the ending thing is?
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Will, what do you think the ending credits are?
The boys are back in time to kill you.
That's not. I mean, you had a correct song for a bit, and then it changed. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think, FOMO?
I was thinking it was like a really shitty rendition of the Titanic. My heart will go on, but like in a slide whistle,
Like
while
the-
they're like jumping over the god hands.
I can just imagine it too. The
Why imagine it? What a kid, be real.
Just Keanu and Bear, like Keanu and America.
Beautiful.
I think that's enough.
So looking over here at something that was drawn, I guess. I love how it's just everybody's just like, what the fuck's up with her arms?
There you go.
Look at Varric. He's in a Hawaiian suit.
Yeah. They got matching Hawaiian shirts.
It's perfect. Look at that. Look at everybody go. So, some sort of mixture of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, the Anohana ending theme, My Heart Will Go On.
Probably already a mashup.
Some sort of mashup of all of those things happen. And by the time everything is said and done, you guys have rode back through the darkness, picked up Milkshake's Pokeball that you have found after chucking him as far as you could. And you guys have made it all the way back to the group as you see a little bit away from them, flying over towards you, what appears to be a Tropius with a tiny cat girl mounted on top of it. And
You guys, you made it.
as they land in front of you, you guys meet up again. It's everybody, and by everybody I mean just these three, plus these four.
Three. Yeah. Because everyone else is fucking unconscious.
Evelyn, they're fine. They're alive.
Hug.
Evelyn falls
Hug.
over.
Hug.
Evelyn falls
Big ol'-
over and hugs you with her legs.
Hug. Hug.
Black Widow like
Special ability.
ground.
You see
Big
Tropius
hug.
hit the ground and just immediately go over to Keanu and knock him off the Jeep. And like bind him in her neck. Sometimes I sit here and I try to figure out what I'm going to do, and instead of doing anything, I just pet my dog. The Jeep comes to a grinding halt as you guys are out there and hugging and all that good stuff.
Just big ol' hugs.
As you guys meet up together, screen starts fading a bit as we make our way further beyond and back towards Cerulean City. Eventually, while getting in Cerulean City, you guys not only meet with everybody that was there, but you also meet with a ton of other people who were also there.
Look at all these.
They were just there watching.
They were
Alright, so
they
I
were the ones that
couldn't
didn't get
find-
teleported in.
An Anahana and Drowning Pool mashup. As it turns out, it has not been made.
You tried your best. So, as we go through these peoples, let's figure out exactly what's going on with a lot of them. First off, a lot of them are going to jail.
Yeah, let's start with that one. Yeah.
Quite a bit of them are going to jail. You see, so
Yeah.
we see 77. 77. You eventually get up and you see your friendos over here. Your recent friendos. They did everything they could to protect Sherry and get Sherry out of there safe. And after you got healed up and woken up from your endeavors, drowning in god blood.
Why the fuck does that Golbat have his mouth closed?
Leave him
Got it
alone.
too much.
You leave King alone.
Leave him alone. He's a good boy.
The king does what he damn well pleases.
At which point, you and Officer Jenny, because you are newly deputized, you see, go about arresting people. Guys, I'd like to know who here is getting arrested. Who are you calling out?
Point out the people. We're playing Clue now.
You call out fucking.
Alright.
You call out the fucking guy who was kidnapped the entire game.
Finally, I'm free. What do you mean I'm under arrest?
These two get the
Yeah.
arrest.
Those
Those
two
are
pretty
two of them.
important.
These two.
Those are two of them.
Only
Anybody,
those two.
anybody else? Anybody else? You guys calling out?
Hold on. I'm looking for him. Where the fuck did you put him?
What are you looking for?
He's done his time.
Who are you looking for? You looking for you looking
No.
for this boy? He's already in jail, you see. So
Yeah, but he needs to go into double jail.
okay, you put him in super jail. You put Adler in super jail.
Oh yeah, he's here.
Oh no, not him.
Also him though.
Where'd you put my boy?
Who are you taking? Are you looking for? Are you looking for fucking youngster Joey?
Yeah.
Go away!
It's okay. You got his sheet.
Eventually, throughout the next day, excavations are being held thanks to the police, and more people are found over at the ruins, including this boy. Is he going to jail?
That
Uh,
motherfucker.
Well, you see, first he is going into the Pokeball first, and then being released from the Pokeball.
But is
There
he
you
eventually
go.
going to jail?
He is eventually going to jail, yeah.
You just want to put him in a Pokeball first?
Yes.
They also find this boy.
Definitely jail.
Definitely
Definitely
Fuck
jail.
yeah,
jail.
definitely.
Definite jail. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah,
Jail.
let's go.
They also
There's-
find. They also find out. They also
And there's
find
little
outside.
yes or no cards. They just parade them in front of it like prison.
They also
Yes.
find outside of the entrance. They find 4 people. Are they all going to jail?
Yee.
Yes.
Every one of them?
Even Piss Ninja?
Piss Ninja, no. Piss Ninja doesn't have to go to jail.
You don't want Piss Ninja to go to jail?
I don't want Piss Ninja to go to jail. He helped us out.
You guys, are people in agreement to not let Piss Ninja go to jail?
Agreed.
Yes.
He'll rock it.
He'll become
Uh,
a good asset. Don't worry about it.
You guys eventually coming into Cerulean and stepping into the gym as if he owns the place. A long lost boyo makes his way in. Does he go? I'm here finally. It is I. Oh no!
Jail.
There's police here now.
Jail.
What are you doing here?
I mean, at that point, even if we weren't going to send him to jail, he's not getting a job, so he might as well.
At that point, we're doing him some credit, you know? We're either giving him
They were
free
able
food
to.
or
They were
something.
able to find some scientists under there. They were able to find number 151, 69, and 420. I will say 151 immediately, as soon as he gets starting to head off to jail, he will immediately call out Dr. Connor or Dr. Coomer. My bad. He'll immediately call out Dr. Coomer as being one of them.
Don't trust anyone.
That's ridiculous.
Not even yourself.
Get the
Professor Damson's assistant.
You got at that point the police will ask, out of these 4 people, who's going to jail, boys?
Not Dr. Coomer. He's got enough play coins to not
The
go
other-
to jail.
Boomer.
Are any of the others going?
Yes.
All of them.
All of them?
Son of-
All of them.
All right.
Especially
We're all
for
going to a Lola.
Especially 420 for narcotics.
What's
You
that?
see,
What's,
we play
what was that? What was that, Keanu?
We're going to a Lola to seek new job opportunities.
Do you want to tell them to go to a Lola to seek new job opportunities, or are we turning them
Yeah.
into the police?
Oh man, these guys, they're just chilling. They're just scientists who happen to be located in extremely close proximity to all the probably war crimes.
Are we gonna say all 4 of them are out then?
Sure, fuck it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. More people are found.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
find
jail.
what appears to be a still unconscious, by the way, ghost ass thunderbitch, who appears to look in very bad condition. They will probably be taking her to the hospital, but they also ask you, is she going to jail after the hospital or what?
She's going
Get
to
her.
jail.
Get her.
She's going to jail.
Ghost ass thunderbitch, go to jail. What about? I don't even remember who these 3 are. What about these 3?
Oh, those are the ones we just convinced that we were supposed to be there. and
Yeah,
told
like
us
what?
fuck up.
Okay, so they're here. They don't know what's going on. They thought you guys were admins, and like what happens to them?
Just
They
give them
don't
an
get
opportunity, dude.
You know, they get a free pass because we tricked them.
Okay, so they're fine. They're
They
not
get-
gonna go
they-
to jail.
They don't have to get a
free pass, huh? I understand what you mean. Execution!
By the way, we are 110% doing favoritism over here. There's no weird that we're not.
So,
Anyway.
I want to know. There's another admin they found. There is there's
yeah, dead
Dadson. There's
That's in
Dadson.
Chickendonia.
He just kind of like looks to you guys. You remember defeating, I'm doing air quotes as hard as I can, this guy, outside of the area where he ended up giving you his admin card. Is he going to be heading off to jail?
No,
I feel like it'd be hard for him to be kept in a jail anyway.
it would be both hard and he put up no fight against us.
you
He
gonna
literally was just like
you gonna
we don't
vouch
even know if he
for
was
him?
there. We don't even know he was there. Like he seems like a good guy.
All right, he's like, yeah, okay then.
I don't like.
He does not go to jail. Is there anybody else we need to see who's going to jail? What about Moopy? I don't remember Moopy. What about Moopy?
I think she was the girl working at
Moppy.
My bad.
at the place with her at the so
Is
she wouldn't even be here.
Yeah, you're right. Moppy was. Here's the thing. Most of the police that are here came from Viridian City, so they would have picked up everyone. They would have picked up everyone that had to do a team break along the way.
Isn't she just the one who was like fucking like, man, this
Yeah,
museum? No, she's fine.
She was
Yeah,
the
she's
one in
the
charge
one-
of the
she's
museum, and
museum worker.
she bought your stuff from you and stuff.
I sure love
Yeah.
history.
She was.
That
I
should
don't
automatically.
remember
She should
that.
automatically go to jail for that. I'm just saying.
Flopping history, I'm sorry.
She wasn't
Immediately.
involved.
Okay. All right. I believe there's only a couple more people I have to ask about.
We can us go to jail for being criminals that stole someone's dog.
No, it's all
Um,
good. We were doing
Do
it
you
to
want
protect
to? Do you want to? What about Olive Team Break over here? What about Olive Team Breakthrough over here? Ulysses, Mark,
Do we look like fucking shills?
Clint,
No jail for them.
Dan,
No jail.
Ron.
Even though they have broken out of jail, no jail for them.
They were busted out of jail.
You guys gonna vouch for him? You guys gonna
Yes,
vouch for these guys?
Yeah.
They are our friends. They were wrongfully imprisoned. Without their help, we wouldn't have been able to stop these people here. So.
What about Cheryl? What about Cheryl? Is she gonna go to jail?
She's an old lady. There's no.
Yeah, what are they doing
danger
for
to
her?
anyone?
Besides, if she goes to jail, she can no longer play bridges with Keanu's grandma.
Yeah, I think it's really sad.
Keanu's grandma will fucking kill us. So.
Well, how about we'll start a race war and goddamn.
Did they like do that over Skype?
What about these three? The one that broke a bunch of people out of jail, and Julie and Ronnie. What about those?
Well, you see, I like.
I
Julie and
don't
Ronnie.
like
They're good. These two right here, these two are great. And you know what? Without him, the other people wouldn't have broken out to have the help that we need.
Lee.
Lee, the character, is a good boy.
Good.
No jail.
Nobody goes to jail. What about the Pidgey? I'm kidding.
No.
What about Angel? Angel was working with Team Break, and she's
brain control.
She's the current gym leader of Cerulean, and you know
she's the victim here.
A
No
good
jail
girl.
for her. She's a perfect good girl.
All right.
She
Now,
deserves smooches.
there's one more very hard decision I want you all to make.
Okay.
You guys do
Yes.
technically, at this point, just being technical here, you guys do know who the leader of Team Breakthrough is. I need to know if you want to call her out or not. She is currently the leader of Team Breakthrough and Team Break.
I don't know, man. This is a pretty
Sweating so many bullets, you could load a Gatling
She's just
gun.
literally like foaming at the mouth, looking at all the police.
No.
No, we're not doing
No,
that.
No,
We're not doing this.
not my daughter. No. She's a
Well,
good
you're
girl.
calling her your daughter now?
She's
someone has to. Her family's leaving. All right. And at this point, you guys, I'm guessing, put out some talks to them about some other people that are potentially people to look out for, like Eris from Johto, potentially, since she did get away from you guys. You guys didn't actually learn many things about the other potential bad guys in Kanto, but I'm sure you can track them down. What about that dude what about the dude over at the Ditto area? Is you guys gonna try to get I'm not paid enough to deal with this bullshit, so just leave me alone to do my job. Don't touch the tube. I saw nothing.
No, he's a good boy. He's just working over there. He's doing a good job.
He's gonna have to find a new job, but you know.
We're
Now you
so
just take
supposedly
over.
proletarian.
That's a lot of people here. So
He's like criminally complicit, but it's just I'm not in a position to really judge.
Okay. As everyone is starting to go off, does anyone want to speak with any of them before they get hauled off to the only probably the only jail left that hasn't been broken into? So probably like Celadon.
We're sending them to the Alcatraz of Pokemon.
Does anybody want to chat with any of the people here and see if they have anything left to say to you guys before they leave?
They're like a new prison in Lavender Town. We'll call it Azkaban.
Dadson could help with that project. He is the gym leader of Lavender Town.
Oh, it could happen.
Of course, he's the fucking gym leader of fucking Lavender Town. I bet he's the one playing the creepy music all the time. He's just playing it underground under people's feet, and they're just going crazy because of it.
You guys see that everyone's gonna get taken away. Starting off with Officer Jenny, Mega Bitch, and Thunder Bitch.
They're related, you see.
As they get taken off, they don't say much of anything. You see that Nurse Joy is not Nurse Joy. You see Officer Jenny is very mad at her cousin for what she did. Afterwards, you see that Papa Chungus and the other two fake officers, they're gonna get taken away. as Papa
Sucks
Chungus
to suck.
looks back at you guys, and you see just the want welling up in him, where he wants to fight you, but you know it ain't gonna happen. He's in cuffs now. No traps and technology for him.
No traps and technology
He
anymore.
Oh, the
can't do
tables
the
have
schematic
tables.
components.
You see that OJ goes to take the others as well, as 77 is helping, and you see that both Drew and Sherry's mom are just going crazy, heckin' not wanting to get taken in, yada yada yada. And you see that Sammy here, that Mr. Brakeman here, he's just like being taken out, and you see Sherry like look over at him. He looks back at Sherry, and he gives a smile towards Sherry, but then Sherry turns away like, "No, Dad, I'll call you later on the phone." And the three of them get taken away.
You get one phone call.
Wait, that's Yuri's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made you draw him, and I told you he was.
Good job, Will.
I just wanted to draw a creepy dude.
There's the other drawing of him.
As Sherry's dad is getting taken away, like Evelyn wanted to do something.
And there's the big old version of him.
There's the fucking crazy ass bullshit fucking. Oh yeah, he ate.
As Sherry's dad's getting taken away. What do you want to do there, Evelyn?
Evelyn wants to walk up to him.
Oh shit.
And
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
You're
Oh shit! Oh.
approaching me.
As the police are taking the three of them away, like Officer Jenny stops a little bit as you walk up toward him. He breathes fire at your face and you die. I'm kidding.
it would not be the first time. Where did you get all that power from? I know you were just I.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. That's why.
Get out of here, kid.
Which of my Pokemon are still conscious?
None. We all
Hey,
got
Joseph,
sued.
Are you gonna threaten a prisoner in front of a cop?
Yeah.
Also, your mic's cutting
Stop.
out.
All right, so Evelyn's
No.
going to jail
Fine
too.
now.
No, I don't know. I don't
no,
know.
stop.
None of that. None of that. No
He's
more.
text-
We're done. We're done committing war crimes. Okay.
Wait, we're done?
No, stop. He's just texting like.
No, stop.
Think of the children.
Look on laws like Article 72 states that a civilian cannot threaten a man in handcuffs with a. That's a very specific law.
He doesn't talk. He motions.
Hey,
he motions over toward
Hey,
Officer Jenny.
Mesprit?
What?
Hey, Mesprit, can you come here? I'm not letting this go. Mesprit,
That's what it says.
can you go ahead and try to read his thoughts? It's not gonna work.
Mesprit goes over and goes near him. As Mesprit does, Mesprit puts her little leg feeler things on him. And you know that she can read feelings, and you know that when she's connected to other psychic people, she can go to read thoughts. Probably should have asked Chemo to come over and do it, to be
Chemo.
fair.
So here's
but-
the thing. You also have a final use of your comment. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, fucking sure, do that.
What do you want to win at? What are you trying to
I
win
wanna
at?
win at mine.
Chemo reading his.
Chemo can just win it. Okay, okay, good. She does.
She wins. She did it. She won everything.
Yeah, Chemo wins, and something she was gonna win at easily anyway.
Yeah.
He flies away.
Chemo goes and goes to touch him. She takes her hand and touches his head. As she does, she seems to frown at him, and he smiles. At which point, she just kind of jerks her head, just like, get him out of here. And they go. Anything else?
So, I guess that's that. That's that then. All right.
You didn't ask her to tell you yet.
What it was? What did he do?
She looks over at you. As she does, she brings her hand up to her chin, looking down towards you, looking over toward Varric and Sherry. As she does, pills. Apparently, he was making a bunch of them. You saw them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the one with.
Apparently, he's been using a lot of them. You guys remember hearing that he was doing some experiments on himself.
Yeah, but they never worked.
Yeah, they didn't.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they never worked, but
I guess put enough stress on someone, and something's bound to give.
Well,
okay.
without any of the stuff left, I can't see them being able to try and rebuild anymore. I think they're pretty much done now.
I'm sure it won't take people very long now that they have people like that in custody to find some way to get rid of it.
Hopefully.
Not to mention, it probably is a lot better that things like this are handled now. Even if she looks over toward not only Sherry, because Sherry has experiments on her, but also Ulysses and Angel and Cheryl.
And
It's just
Cheryl.
like maybe it's good that someone takes care of this. I don't think that it's going to be able to be kept entirely secret.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the face of Arceus just fucking appearing like that.
What?
Oh, right, that happened.
Oh yeah, you didn't see that. Arceus showed up and then flew into the sky.
Yeah.
Super cool.
The
She
orange
brings her
dude-
hand over towards you, Evelyn, and like feels your head. You're not sick.
I mean, you can literally just read my
No.
thoughts. I saw it.
I don't want to do that without asking.
Well, then do it. It's okay. I just gave you permission.
Oh yeah, I guess it did happen. I'm kidding.
How permission works.
She just like looks at you. She's like, I trust you.
Well,
I've
okay,
seen
then.
enough weird things today.
Yeah, I don't know why you're surprised.
At which point, you guys go back to rejoin your friends. Chemo, not saying much else beyond what she said. She's technically telling the truth.
Fucking Chemo, fucking lying about this shit.
She's technically telling the truth. I will say, if he hadn't have done those experiments on himself, he wouldn't have all those powers. He just needed something else that she's not telling you that you guys already know.
We know in the meta. We don't know in character. We'll never know. Ah!
Yao, about 24 minutes ago, gave $2, says, hello, I'ma be lurking today. Inspiration to Tropius. All right, let's give Tropius that inspiration. Heck yeah.
Tropius uses constrict.
She's already constricting you in her neck.
Yeah, that's what you constrict.
As everyone gets put to jail, you guys see a big, like, again, now a humongous load of people in Cerulean City. Luckily, Cerulean City's empty right now, so, like, the square of Cerulean City being home to all of this is not, like, at least nobody's watching them. There's a lot of police as well in Cerulean City currently. But since you guys have vouched for just about everyone here, everyone here will kind of just take their little stride here. Eventually, as people start waking up and getting their bearings together, some people make their way over and say hi to you guys and congratulate you guys. You guys see that eventually, off in the distance, Chuck and Mark are reunited after their scare with the God Blood. You see that the two of them like very much broly look at each other, and then they give each other hugs, and then they start making out a little. You know, it's just everybody knew like before. It's just, you know, they're finally showing more affection for each other. You see.
They're no longer embarrassed about it.
Yeah, you can only go through so many things, you know, before it's like let's just let it be known, you know what I mean? Like these guys have basically went through like the equivalent of a war, you know. They're just like, nah, man, we have to be.
Have to say no homo now, or
just
no,
puts,
all the homo.
Just like puts a finger over his lips.
It's implied.
We defeated God so hard that homophobia is illegal now.
We've done it.
Hell yeah.
You guys,
first canonical gay romance in Pokemon.
You guys see Clint and Ron and Dan. They go over to you guys and they let you guys know, like, hey, we were taking care of things out here, fighting a bunch of Team Break goons, and they're just like, yeah, we were fighting Team Break goons. One shows like, you know, King, he has King, the other one has Drifblim, and then Dan's like, I wasn't fighting anyone, I don't have anything.
Got an MG42, and he's got a bandana on as well.
I was literally opening doors and like turning off security in places. As I wasn't doing literally any fighting.
I'm the tech guy.
But you know, they talk to you guys about that stuff. Again, you guys catch up with Lee as Lee goes over his entire thing of going through the prisons and getting everybody out, and how Warrior grew like 4 sizes that day. And by 4 I mean a lot.
He's the grunt.
Yeah.
Look at him.
As him and Warrior start bouncing away to make room for other people for you guys to talk to.
Into the hills. Goodbye, my son.
There's one final interaction we must have with our boy, Lee.
What's that?
We must hand him off the only thing that he could make the best use of, the magic carp.
Those belong to you guys.
I was gonna eat those.
We're gonna.
I was gonna
We could make a pretty good
Grandpa
fish.
Gyarados wanted to look after them.
I mean, we can do that too. Whichever one. That's fine.
As he goes to bounce away and, like, you know, tell everybody else about his fucking awesome Magikarp by going Lee. You guys, you know, you don't really get approached by the 2 remaining breakthrough admins. They just kind of like look over at you and they kind of nod over and they're just like, you know, whatever. They look at Sherry. Sherry like points fingers at them like, you work for me. And Cheryl's like, I'm retired. Piss Ninja goes and retires.
Yep.
Eventually, after a little bit of time passes, you guys see that a couple of Mew boys make their way over to you.
Our powerful Mewtwo allies. Our 2 Mewtwo's and Mew.
Your 2 Mewtwo's and Mew make their way over. All of them holding cheeseburgers.
There's some more now?
Where did you guys get those?
Did they breed?
Yeah, there was the one Mewtwo that you knew
Yeah.
about, April, but you know, there's another Mewtwo now and a Mew, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't around for the Mew either.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they? You
By the
know?
way, the Mewtwo are now your friends.
Yay!
Yay!
Our enemy, I guess. He just hates us.
Tina's still your friend.
Mew hates everyone.
Forged in the fires of
Hatred.
Tina always had the white background.
It still looks black to me.
Yeah,
I'll
same
change
for
it
me,
again.
Don't worry.
That's just a sad thing.
Yeah.
I'll change it again. Hold on. Boop, and then
Yay!
and then boop. There you
Hey.
go.
A friendship forged in the fires of battle.
As they has cheeseburgers.
They has cheeseburgers.
You guys see that Tina just kind of starts floating around at you guys, as Terry makes their way forward, looking at you guys, looking over toward Keanu, who's being like mauled and like fucking crushed by Tropius.
What a terrible
Being
death.
changed right now.
As Terry's just I do not know where I'm supposed to go now. You had told me before to make up my mind, but I do not know where to go. I do not know how to make up my mind. I
I get that.
don't know where would be a good place to start.
I mean, looks to Keanu.
At the risk of sounding like a broken record, may I recommend Alola?
Alola.
Alola.
What is a
Oh.
Alola? What?
Alola.
It's like a series of islands that are really tropical and
Would I find a purpose there?
Surfing, that's fun.
Surfing.
Yeah. A bunch of mice do it with their brains.
Maybe I will try this surfing. Mute Tony comes in. As he looks over at Terry, just looks to you guys. Are there strong people there?
Sure.
yeah, I mean, there's strong people
Then I
everywhere.
will go.
Alrighty.
We will go to this Alola. Tina just starts like floating around him, just like ee.
What a happy family.
They all looking like they're going to the same place. They're not going to get separated.
Heck yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
They're not going to get separated from each other.
Hell yeah.
They all look to each other, then they look over toward Keanu. Where is Alola?
I don't know. I don't know where I am. Well, I know where I am, but I don't know where I am is.
How can we find our way there?
Boat. Or plane.
I mean, Ulysses has a boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks around toward Ulysses.
He's been
We
there at
will
least once.
find their boat.
We don't need them. We just need their boat.
I will.
Sitting on the bridge. Explain where Alola is.
As Tony left, Terry looks over toward the empty space there is, looks back over toward Ulysses. I will ask him if we can accompany them on their boat. You guys see another person making their way over towards you.
Drop kick him.
An angel.
You dropkick Angel?
No, she's precious. I can't do that.
I'm pretty sure if we were to try, she would still be standing up because her bones are stone.
Well, I heard you guys are going to Alola from some cats.
Yeah.
Mostly because I was
Cats too?
listening in on you.
You get it.
Awesome.
I guess I won't be able to see you guys for a long time.
Probably not.
I'm sorry my boss tried to kill you, and me to an extent. I'm really sorry about that part, actually.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, you didn't really get a shot off or anything, so you know.
I hope that I hope that I would have stopped myself from hurting you, but I probably wouldn't. I barely knew you in the first place, so there wasn't really a bond there to like trigger any sort of emotional response.
This is
Mark,
true.
That's so wrong. See,
Sherry, Sherry, you're good. Stop.
This isn't Sherry.
This is Angel.
Sorry.
I mean, I understand the confusion, but
I only have so many voices. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, so
you're like, I'm sorry, my boss tried to kill you and me too. See, no, I forgot. You technically were gonna kill us at one point. I lost that part. So when you said that, I thought you meant I'm sorry, my boss tried to kill you, and I'm sorry, my boss tried to also kill me.
Oh, that's
So
what
it's
that's
really-
what I said. But then they said that I didn't get a shot off, so I was expecting that you guys had thought I was meaning the other thing. But I originally thought the thing you were saying, but then I changed my way to the other thing because I thought that's what you guys thought I said.
Oh,
Hell
I
yeah.
see.
You don't have to apologize for nearly getting murdered. That's Gucci.
Yeah. If you find any of the more of those pills, do not take them and hand them over to the police.
No, I believe that would be a bad idea to take them. Although I'm
Yeah.
not sure if there's going to be any real change. Maybe trying to get all the rest of these rocks out of me, but I'm not sure how that's going to work either.
Yeah.
Not to mention, nobody's really coming here anymore because the entire city's abandoned. So even though I'm the gym leader, I feel very underqualified since I only became a trainer like a couple of weeks ago.
You should get yourself a bike.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Well, they're really expensive, though.
Yeah, but you're the gym leader, and also the
town
only person who lives here. Alright, I mean that's probably your bike shop now. I'm just saying.
Is that how it works?
You might have just become the richest person in all of wherever we are.
Because people abandon this city if there's. I mean.
Yep. That's when the leaf gets everything. So
I feel like I want to close down the gym for now. And maybe come back after I learned a little bit more about how to be a trainer. Maybe I can take a couple of the Pokemon with me.
yeah.
This is really
you
good.
know,
stuff
that's
for
the
that
mystery of the
one
gym.
person with
Who's gonna
7
get
badges.
no.
You can go to Alola and change.
I don't think I want to go to Alola. At least not right now. If I went to Alola, I'd just hang out with you guys all the time. Well, I mean, I'd hang out with, those of you who are going. Is that where everyone's going?
Train.
Oh, I'm going.
What's up?
Well, I guess I'll see you whenever I go there then, Keanu, but probably not now.
Hooray!
Well, I'm gonna go and see if there's anything left that I should take advantage of having. I probably don't want to close down the gym with other things being inside because then people will break in and take it. So, yeah, that's
Very
my
true.
week.
Yep.
As she goes skipping off
Good
toward her
luck with
gym.
that.
La, 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 la.
Occasional burst of flame.
Pheasant and Pidgeot fly after her.
It's really good they work things out.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's no longer brainwashed. By Sherry.
Yeah.
Wait, she was brainwashed?
Yes.
Oh,
That
crap.
was the whole point of the ball.
Huh.
Used it.
As you guys start explaining to Keanu about the ball, 3 more familiar faces make their way over to you.
Yes,
Our
here they
friend.
come.
As you see that once Sherry's dad got taken away, Joy and Raina went and just kind of hung out with her for a little bit as they just kind of walk back with her. She has her hands at both of their hands and is kind of off the ground for a bit. As she plops down, she jumps forward. And that's the ride of the M Princess.
Clap, clap, clap.
From now
Okay,
on,
we're gonna
I
go
will
to the-
not walk.
But then your legs will get all weak and stuff, and then when you do have to walk, you'll be like, bleh, you'll fall over.
Well, will I ever have to walk?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably important, yeah.
Well, I
You've
mean,
done
I
a
have
whole lot of
Drifloon
walking
back.
the last few weeks. Well,
I
yeah,
have-
but if you float around forever, then you'll get like really big arms and really small legs.
I guess that's true.
Can't skip leg day, yo. Might suck. You can't skip leg day.
So, are we gonna try to rebuild? Are we gonna try to rebuild the base? I mean, I was thinking we could do all kinds of new things to it, and we could put in more dungeons and put more tech into it, and we could make it our new evil base of operations.
Looks at Barrick.
About the evil.
I walk over to her. I crouch down and I pat her head. For now, let's Let's not worry about that.
This 7 actually is Sherry, right?
Yes. What were you saying,
Yes.
77?
About the evil part. I did let you know I had a bit of a career change, right?
Looks at you.
So, can you be evil and an overlord but not do illegal things?
Why?
So I don't,
Hmm?
So I don't have to arrest you?
77 police arrest people.
And what am I?
You're my grunt.
Badge number 77.
I go ahead. I crouch down and I pat Sherry on the head. For now, let's not worry too much about rebuilding.
She is still staring at 77.
You said that I got like deputy, right?
Yeah, you are an honorary police officer of Viridian City.
Officer 77.
Oh boy. Okay. So how about
Puts a hand on 77.
You guys are trying to Varric, you're trying to get her to like just hold off on thinking about things. 77, you're trying to say that you're a police officer without saying it because you know she's afraid of police officers. As this is happening, stomp, 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 boom.
who the fuck?
A boy makes his way in. As he does, he steps behind Sherry and just kind of like puts his hands down on Sherry's shoulders, looking out toward the two of you. He looks over at 77. Did you say what you said?
What was that?
Did you say what you said?
Yeah.
You said it.
Who the fuck are you?
He looks over at 77. I think your boss.
Oh. Good to meet you.
Although, I guess you've been going around telling people you're the boss now, right, Sherry? Well, that's because by the numbers and by
Oh,
the
that
papers
boss.
and by the fact that I have more admins than you, I am.
Okay, that boss. I'm really confused right now.
This is Ulysses.
Yeah, that's the least of my problems right now.
You do know that you were working under Ulysses for a bit, but you never talked with Ulysses. This is the guy that took over after Bertuccio got. As he looks over towards you, he looks down to Sherry. We might want to cut back on the evil plans, kiddo. But why? It's not like, what do you want to do with your evil plans if you are going to take over Team Breakthrough? Spread terror throughout the land. Okay, how? She starts thinking. Well, we could weed out all the bad police. Weed out all the bad police? We could find all the bad police and get them arrested.
Hold up.
No,
Sherry, I have a better idea. That doesn't involve the police.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
Which one
bad
you
police.
want more? Getting rid of the bad police or terror?
What are you trying to say, 77?
Do you want terror more or stopping police more?
I can have both.
Terrorize the bad police. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
You do know, 77, whether or not Will remembers or not, but there was a lot of people who left Team Breakthrough, who had then started making themselves out to be police officers and things.
Oh.
Which is why she's saying we can weed out the bad police, the ones who ran away.
That's revert. Okay, Okay, let's focus on that one. Terror later.
And what exactly is evil about that, Sherry? What exactly is evil about that?
Just let her have this.
He looks over at you. I don't think I can. Not in front of you, and not in front of that girl over there. Motions over toward Officer Jenny. You guys pardoned us, and I think it's time for us to think about that.
Does that mean we can't have Team Breakthrough anymore?
You can have Team Breakthrough, you just have to change what it stands for.
Yeah, make Team Breakthrough like a good thing.
And weeding out the bad policeman seems pretty good to me.
What if we, like, hurt him then?
No.
No. You don't have to be evil, Sherry.
Yeah.
But I can't be a good princess.
Who says you can't?
I feel like you're putting that restriction on yourself.
Yeah. You could do whatever. You could do what you think will make you happy.
Can evil empresses be good?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
don't even have to be evil.
I mean, I think the princess makes the rules, so why not? You invented the head admin role for me. Why not just
Wait, what?
invent the
Oh
good
yeah, he
princess
outranks you
role?
now.
I point. She points to Keanu and then points at Ulysses.
He outranks you now, Uncle Ulysses.
Head admin Keanu, how you doing?
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What a crazy time.
So I just have to change what Team Breakthrough does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about all of you guys though? If I change what Team Breakthrough does, then I don't know what to have you guys do.
They can do what they want, Sherry.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, if you're gonna get rid of the bad police, I want to help with that.
I wanna go to Lola.
I want to do that too.
A quick vacation of Ola sounds like the best thing in the world. But after that, personally, I want to keep doing more of, more gym battles. I want to be good at Pokemon battling.
There's gyms in
Maybe
Lola.
go for a champion.
Are there?
I miss home, okay?
I mean,
It's cold here. Like, not like the fun cold. Like everywhere's warm, but it's not like it's either I want really cold or warm. This is always like, eh.
So if we go to Alola, can we still be friends?
Cherry? We'll always be friends.
Mm.
Yeah.
The boat is yours now. You can decide where it goes. And there are still some people that left Breakthrough in Alola. We could start off there. What do you think, Princess? The evil, good Princess?
The gleeful
Chaotic
princess.
neutral.
She looks at you guys. She looks over toward all of the rest of Team Break over there, plus some other people.
All right then. If we're gonna go, then grab everything we can and we're getting on the boat.
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Wait, hold on a second.
Why
He looks
77?
he looks to Officer Jenny.
OJ has returned at this point, and she's just like watching you, just smiling.
Help! They're trying to put me on vacation.
Oh, well, I mean, where to? I could use a tan.
All right, that's all that. We're gonna
As everyone gathers around, stepping up, 4 guys pulling a jeep.
They're pulling the jeep.
But
Hey, can we come?
I mean, you guys are like,
It's really hard to drive the jeep over the ocean. Last time we had a Mantine help us.
I don't even know who you are.
This is Keanu knows them. They literally saved us before we died. So
Okay. But
If you're
first,
lea-
sir, I need to make a phone call. I'll be right back.
If you're leaving Kanto, do you mind if I go with? It'd probably be pretty easy for me to find somewhere to go there. I can send for my friend as well.
Your bees.
your friend?
Would you mind?
I wouldn't mind at all. No.
He just like looks over. He just like of course I can pay for the trip.
You're in.
I
As
love that research money.
By the way, you should really call your girlfriend because she's really worried about you.
that's who he said he was gonna have come over.
Oh, you said
I
your
don't
girl.
see enough.
He just said
Marilla.
friend.
Said friend. Ah. Mm.
Also, your little sister, I guess.
As Damson comes over, your friend dudes come over. Magmar and Electabuzz go around Sherry as they're just like leading into the new M Princess's reign and Team Breakthrough. Everybody comes over. I don't want to move these guys because they're in their heart, you know. So I'll move all of you
Yeah.
instead.
It's okay. You can move them, and I can move the heart. It's
No,
all
I'll just
teamwork.
move all of you instead. There we go.
Okay, that'll do it.
My guys, I think everybody in Team Breakthrough wants to maybe head over to Alola for a bit.
Lola.
Heck yeah.
Alola.
But I did say
Alola.
I did
Alola.
say 77 is making a phone call first.
Well, you go make your phone call, my dude.
All right.
You go make that phone call. If you're calling who I think you are, he can't leave. He still can't leave Fuchsia City.
He's not allowed, you see.
Pull on his chemo down with us.
Chemo's just looking over at you, like wondering what you're gonna do.
Yeah, we're both looking at each other like, okay.
I guess we're going to Alola.
Lola?
Yes.
If y'all want to.
We're in the middle of all of them, and I don't really know. I mean, I don't really feel like going straight home. You saw what happened when we went there last time.
Yeah.
Come
Wacky
on.
adventures.
Hmm.
But no, who did you think I was gonna call?
I'm thinking you're gonna call Bertuccio.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask if he's coming. I'm just
Oh, okay.
gonna call.
What are you calling him for?
There.
You go to answer, or you go to call. A couple of rings happen as you just hear. From there, I don't have a voice for this guy planned out anymore because he wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to show up, and then you left the fucking game, Will.
Crime boss voice.
You know, no, I'm just gonna use the right.
My little Grunt 77. Calling me a
Oh,
miss.
is that
Okay.
you? Is that you, 77?
Yeah.
Oh, how are you doing?
Well, looks like I didn't have to worry too much about Sherry like I thought.
I see that you are working with the police now.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get information from here. Here I was wondering what I was gonna do without my favorite grunt.
It's like a drone
I
hovering
still
over us like
remember our
10 feet.
times. I know that
You just want this fucking closure, man.
You need it.
I know that this isn't directly breakthrough, but I felt through a lot of this that what you've been telling me about our own paths and what you were really working towards.
It wasn't my intention that things were gonna go to this way, Keanu. Or not Keanu, damn it. I said Keanu, but leave me a fuck alone, alright? I'm reading the chat as I'm saying things. And Eggy River highlighted his message. It said Keanu in it. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. I don't even know what I was gonna say anymore. Sure, whatever, man. Fucking, you can't have me do this with a character that haven't even fucking put any. You call him and he loves you. All right, cool.
He's just gonna be like, after this trip, I think next, gonna weed out those that were taking your name in vain. Then after that, I think I know what I want to do. I think, for once, I'm allowed to have a happy life.
And I hope you find that life, Joseph. I really do.
You're smart. You're loyal. I respect you.
If you need to contact us, I'm always here.
If you need to find me, I literally can't leave my house.
This wrist is a bitch.
Okay.
I got a bracelet around my ankle. It shapes like a motherfucker. The biscuits I eat every day are stale.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Joseph.
And I'll let April know of her promotion soon enough. I'm kidding.
Good. We've dealt with her former boss.
Turns out all this time that bad food was all sabotage.
It was all part of the plan, you see. I sabotaged that food so that she would join in the people who would take down Team Breakthrough so that I can grab the remnants again and create Neo Rocket!
Pride ourselves on business.
In fact, how about instead we call it Rainbow Rocket?
So cast that on the plant the whole time.
And before me sits a boss who pays his employees in milk.
Tis the month, Joseph.
What was that?
Tis the month, Joseph.
But yeah, he did end earlier the conversation. I don't know.
I did not have anything to say. I'm very sorry, Will.
No,
Because I was sitting here like, I did not think he would ever. I had face claims and everything for him ready, and I'm just sitting here like, fuck, dude.
He got written out.
No, I
The
just,
fuchsia part was gonna be fun too. Like, one of the quote unquote rocket bases was gonna be inside of the Safari Zone. That was gonna be pretty fun.
Oh, and towers.
Damn.
But yes.
Shouldn't have left us, damn it. Ario.
As you guys begin to gather yourselves around, gathering up all of the different people and people who wish to go to Alola and things with you, you guys see above as what appears to be several birds flying through the air, a new one flying through as well, heading off toward the ocean. And as that happens, I'd like to know, guys, is there literally any other conversations or anything else you guys would like to know about any of the characters before you guys get on that boat and make your way to Alola?
part of me wants to ask.
There's a little saving cube right below right in front of the boat. It's like, do you really want to go further? Like,
Do you really want to go
are
any
you
further?
sure you
This
want to
is
keep
Don't
going?
get on the boat. Don't get on the boat. Don't get on the boat.
Something I need to tell you. I
What?
still don't really know who you are.
I don't know who you are either.
Okay.
Hey, April,
Yeah?
do you think you want to like have Chikorita talk to her grandpa? Maybe.
Oh, yeah. That should have happened. That should have happened. Oh, God. Listen, I didn't quite plan about everything that just happened. 50 minutes ago, I was clinically dead.
I understand. Things slip your mind when you're dead.
You guys do have Gyarados' Pokeball. And you guys have made sure to let him loose and get rid of all the mind control-y stuff as well. You guys do show Chikorita to Gyarados. I will say you guys are in. At this point, Vermilion, ready to get on the boat, and as you do, you just see that she's very happy to see her grandpa again, as this is indeed her grandpa. And the two of them have hugs, and she climbs all over him, and he freaking protect her, and it's such a good moment. And then they fly off into the sky and go to the space.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
God damn, my Pokeball.
They're very far away from Lake Rage, so they can't just go back. So they are kind of stuck with you guys. Like, they are very happy to be back together, but they are very much stuck with you guys, April. If you would like to keep them together.
Yes.
Would you like to keep the two of them together?
Absolutely.
All right.
Everything in this campaign has led up to this. This is all I
That
want.
means you take care of this.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, dude.
You got a giant Gyarados.
Is there any other things you guys would like to do before the end of this?
Want to play a wicked guitar solo?
You
that I
definitely
totally know
can.
how
You
to
have a
do?
guitar that you've had
Yeah.
forever.
I'm gonna press Rena and Marilyn and Vivi, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, check this out." I'm just gonna fucking shred as we're on the boat.
All right, go ahead and roll me for your dex with disadvantage.
Hell yeah!
You got this, my boy.
Hell yeah!
You're roll one more time, cause
Hold on.
speeding.
Rena's involved.
Roll this one more time. See what you add to that roll. Okay. So your highest, because you got the fleeting inspiration, was the 11. So you're mostly just flailing around at it and going like as you're like pressing, as you're like doing the things. Keanu Team 6 seems very impressed. And you see that Reyna is clapping for you.
Right.
Marilyn and Vivi are not clapping for you. They're just kind of over there, just like sitting and watching you. And you do notice that as they're sitting and watching you, Vivi is sitting down, and Marilyn is kind of leaning up against Vivi's fluffy tail.
Aww.
She then kicks him, and he runs away.
Oh no, too soon.
See, that freezes him solid. He dies.
He's
He's
just like,
all-
it was too soon, wasn't it?
just
It was too soon, wasn't it? Ah! I'm kidding.
Slowly leans on him. Wait a minute. Punch.
It was too soon. It was too soon. I'm sorry. She tenderizes his tail for a bit and then lays and watches you. You can tell that he's very happy for this. You can also tell it's not really out of any sort of affection that she's laying on him.
Remain still, pillow.
I mean, that's its own kind of affection.
He's
More than
gone
all
up. He's gone up in the ranks in her heart. He is now from weird, useless fox thing to pillow. So you know
We
that's good.
upgraded. Yeah, we upgraded.
He's a kind of lay, and I'm sure that makes him happy.
The other Pokemon are watching you too.
Oh heck yeah, bud.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Kiana Team 6 seems to really seems to be happy for you.
They're the sub team of Team Skull. They're like my Team Yell.
Any other things you guys would like to do before you go to Alola?
Evelyn wants to
Before
go.
we start the second campaign in Alola.
The second campaign, Alola too.
You know, that's when we're gonna do Pokemon Hoedown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Evelyn wanted to go talk to Professor Damson.
Okay, you go chat with Professor Damson as you make your way over. Mesprit seems to be sticking around a lot with Damson. She goes to you as well, quite a bit as well, but she is mostly sticking around there. What you guys say?
I was wondering, did you end up finding those Pokemon that went missing from your lab?
Unfortunately, we weren't able to find many things. However, we do believe that if any Pokemon were missing, it was probably they're probably on the server somewhere in Team Break. Thanks to the fact that Sherry is now the leader of Team Break, it should be very easy for me to find them soon.
Oh, that's good.
If they do stay in with Team Break, but I believe I have hope.
Yeah, you get them back in that'd be good. I was actually wondering, you're a Pokemon professor.
I am.
Do you think you need an assistant or something?
An assistant? Well, why would you want to be an assistant to a small town Pokemon researcher like myself?
Because I mean, I really want to be a Pokemon professor one day, and
silently puts hand on Mesprit.
And also, I think it'd be really fun to learn about Pokemon. And also, I signed out of the free Poke healthcare, so I could really use a sponsor, but also mostly the.
It would actually help me out a lot with my research if I had a young trainer under me. I could watch after your Pokemon for you, and I could do some research on finding out how they interact with different things. You do know my research, don't you? Like what I plan to research as far as Pokemon's concerned.
I actually do not.
You don't.
Tell me.
Well, I'm actually ironically I'm in the field of Pokemon evolution. Whenever I was speaking with the Ulysses and the others after leaving you all, I found that it was very intriguing what they were saying. However, I believe that my own research is a lot more grounded than trying to help out humanity with this thing. But I would actually love to help you out if you would like to. We're going to be traveling around for a bit, I believe, for at least a little bit. But I believe that I could use an assistant.
I would love to.
We will have to talk about what all you'll need to do and what all this entails. But definitely, if you wish to do so, then you have the full extent of my research behind you.
Yes.
You will still have to show me Pokemon every now and then, which means that your new party limit will still be 6.
I mean, you see, I like to have them more with me.
Oh, well, you see, I don't see how I get anything from that.
I mean, I can bring them by every now and then.
Yeah, I don't think you understand this whole. I don't think you understand this whole helping out with research thing as a trainer.
If you want to turn down a willing assistant that can talk to Pokemon, just because they.
If you want to turn down someone who currently has your best friend Mesprit with them,
we can workshop it. We can talk about it.
We can workshop this. We'll talk in Alola.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk in Alola.
up my friends like that.
How dare you make me have to go back down to 6 Pokemon? I would have to put up an entire 1 Pokemon for that.
It's unacceptable, really. I can't believe you expect me to do that. Heresy.
Well, now that fun conversation's over, there's a talk that's going to be needed to have with Ulysses with me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to have to be a little bit more of a private one.
Oh, why's that? You want
Because
to, will this be something that will wait until the boat then?
Yeah, this might be one that could wait for the boat specifically.
So, is anyone going to say anything before we get on the boat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to actually talk to Kimo like a
Of
little
course.
bit. I know we're all kind of squished out.
No,
and
of course.
buried
You guys are in Vermilion. You guys can be a little bit by yourselves, and there's an entire fucking city.
It's a really big city and it's mostly abandoned.
She's like, oh, I've always wanted to see Diglett Cave, and you guys go and check out Diglett Cave for a minute, and
And we're like, wow, this is really boring.
wow, this sucks.
I can't believe we spent all this time wanting to see this.
I heard there's Drowsy off over there, but you know, they kind of creep me out, and I'm still not really. I still don't know if psychic type Pokemon, all of them, still don't want to hurt me. So I'm just gonna avoid that.
Let's play it safe. Yeah.
Let's not worry about it. I mean, yeah. So what do you want to
Yeah.
talk about?
Do you? I mean, I guess. Do you really want to get on that boat? I mean, I guess I've been thinking about it, you know? Everything's kind of been going a bit fast by me.
I mean, everything's been going fast ever since we even met these guys.
That is true.
Whenever we went back to my sister's, you saw what happened there. It was kind of a big thing, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to accept that side of my sister's that we both know. Because we both saw it happen.
Yeah, we both saw it happen. It was very important. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to really. I mean, I know that they love me, but I don't know if I'm ready to really want to go back to them or really feel as if I want to be around them or forgive them right now. So.
I mean, you don't have to forgive them. That's still an option on the table.
I feel like eventually I probably will. It's just, I think that I'll need a little bit of time, so. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not against getting on the boat. Or, do you want to go somewhere else? I mean,
I guess...
that's if you want to go anywhere. I mean, I could take you wherever you want to go, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I was just thinking that Alola might be the hottest place I've ever been in, and I'm not sure if I will die of heat stroke by then.
Well, we could maybe find some new clothes or something to wear. I mean, I don't think I should wear this to Alola, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely not.
We'll have to maybe ask Keanu to show us around if there's any places we have to see.
Oh yeah, he'll have a field trip of that. He'll know Alola by the back of her hands by the time of that.
If you still want me to, come with you.
No, it's okay. I did have another thing to ask. What are we?
What? Us? We? Together?
Us? We? Yeah, together?
Well, are we? Are us? Are we us? Is there an us? Is there?
I kind of thought everything was okay.
I mean, I was thinking maybe it would, but I
kind of threw myself in death because I saw you die.
And then we went to Johto, and it was like, hey,
you two should kiss.
Yeah! The Jeep just starts going crazy.
Yes, I am.
Just answer me. Are we a thing?
Do you think? No. Do you?
No, we're not a thing.
Do you want us to be a thing?
Yes. At this point, you know.
Oh wow.
I think there's no turning back now.
kind of like looks away a bit and just kind of like looks up. I mean, I guess I could try it out. Whatever.
Well, I guess there's a simple way to try it out. April holds her hand. Can I?
Yeah.
Go for the kiss! Go for the
Right as you're like holding her hand, just she gets that spark of like reading your mind for a second. She's like, "Oh, wait a minute," and then you just go right in like.
Yeah.
Now kiss.
And in Chemo's mind, because she saw the future, she technically went through that twice.
She's like, oh no, here we go. Oh,
and
God.
then they kiss. And then they kiss.
Guys, I already rolled Smash Dice to, like, make a really good meal for her the last game. I don't know which one.
You know, I just realized how easy it'd be to screw with Chemo.
Oh, yeah.
That if you were dating someone like her, you could just grab their hand, put it on your forehead, and just think the lewdest shit you can. And then just walk away.
It's just like, hey, Chemo, and just like grab it, put it on the forehead. They just start like going, ah, and then you just walk off. What?
A wink.
What?
Zero charisma.
That's
baby.
not even possible.
Not that attitude. We can make it happen.
But yeah, so that happens. That thing
Nice.
happens.
Nice.
As you guys do that in front of Diglett Cave, and Gyarados and Chikorito watch on from the water. Does anybody else want to do anything before we get on the boat?
No.
Okay.
There's one part of me that wants to ask this boy the hell was the plan, but he doesn't seem like he would know either.
Or he'd care.
Or that he would really care about what was happening.
You guys know that these three are not getting on the boat, so
I know they're not getting on the boat.
as well as these two are already teleported away.
Yeah.
Which three are not getting on the boat?
The Cheryl, Dadson, and Piss Ninja.
Gotcha.
Probably a couple of probably a lot of these scientists are getting on the boat. Because they're like, I mean, where else are we fucking gonna go? We should probably go to Team Breakthrough, right?
Yeah, Team Breakthrough.
But these three don't seem to be getting on the boat. If anybody wants to do anything with them. You said you wanted to maybe ask something, Vert?
Like, fucking.
He's
What
just like waiting outside the boat. He has like a handkerchief and he's like lazily waving it in the air, just like, goodbye, Auf Wiedersehen, so long, goodbye.
Fucking, I have to ask him because he's the only one that would even. So, I just.
I believe I
wanna
gave
know.
my letter of resignation to your to the tiny leader.
I heard.
Hmm.
But I just there's something that's been bugging me about everything that's happened, and I wanted to at least know if you even knew. What was the point? What
The
were they
point?
trying to do with all that god blood in the end?
Oh, that. I'm not entirely sure myself what went on through his head, but I can tell you what he told us. In the end, this all started out with that crazy idea of Ulysses's. The boss wasn't really a creative person, so once an idea catches his eye, he clings on to it. I believe that once he understood that Ulysses wasn't going far enough with what he thought he wanted to do, he wanted to take things further. In the end, I believe that
It was mostly just a vie for power. He wanted to be stronger than his brother, and in the end, I guess he was, though he was basically torn apart by it. I don't entirely know what the end goal was, but everybody was just trying to find out how to gain the power of those legendary beasts. Maybe he was looking for something beyond them. But every time he tried, he just kept getting knocked back down. Unlike the new little leader, the boss wasn't really the smartest person in the world. Ostracizing half of the group and taking only half the resources and half of the people working under him, I don't think that there was ever a chance for it to work as he really intended it to.
Yeah. It's no surprise a bunch of kids were able to stop him.
In the end, everything started going a lot faster than I thought it would, and I didn't want to rock the boat too much. When it comes to the technology and traps thereof, I wasn't the strongest of our number. I mostly just wished to survive. Whoever ended up winning in the end, that was good for me as long as I stayed out of it.
Alright. Well, I'm glad that you did stay out of it.
I'm a man of business. When it comes down to what's best for me, at the moment it was listening to him. As soon as I saw that there was some faltering with him and that you all held more of the cards, I felt it was a good idea to at least put some risk out there. Also, I heard that you didn't turn my son in. I'm kidding. My son, he's never really been that motivated, you see. And I'm kidding.
And here I thought you meant someone else.
No, I'm playing. I heard you saw my son, Keanu. Tell him that I'm still looking for the milk. I'm kidding. No.
I have never found milk.
In the end, I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know what he was truly after. But I do know that this is probably the best case scenario for me, in the very least. So I guess I do thank you. Auf Wiedersehen.
I'll be the same.
Is that how you say it?
Yes.
I guess you're going overseas toward Alola, so instead, Alola.
Right. Alola. That was nice information to know. Now we know that he really is Uncle Ulysses.
He's Uncle Ulysses.
And he has way more claim to being taking care of Sherry than I do. Fuck!
Every time you guys kept talking about, I'm Sherry's dad, I'm like, unless you send Ulysses to jail.
Oh, wow. It'll be fine.
Ulysses literally told you guys if anything happened to her, he would kill you. So...
Oh yeah, hey April, here's this Master Ball that you won.
Oh.
He hands you a ball that has an M on it. You remember winning that back in Jubilife City, but it was gone because of that thief.
You won the
What
ball,
happened to
but
that
then
guy anyway?
gave it the pillow. I don't know, but
Sounds
I
like
guess
you
the
got
ball
fucking-
eventually got to Chungy.
Goddamn.
So.
My computer just messed up for a second there, so I missed everything after hearing he would kill us.
Sucks.
Yeah, oh wow.
We're talking about the ball.
Yeah, the Master Ball.
Yeah.
We have that, by the way.
We know. We're giving it to April now.
Yeah, nice.
What happened? What happened to the ball? Like, what was the deal?
He bought it off of some guy in, Saffron, I think he said.
Okay.
So whoever actually stole it, sold it there, I guess. I don't think he bought it from the impersonator of whatever his name was.
Cyrus?
Sybil. No, that's crazy.
Who was the mysterious C? The one who stole the master ball.
Mysterious cunt.
Slow
I hope
cut
he's doing
into the
okay,
fucking-
honestly.
The magic harp salesman with a stack of cash.
As the magic harp salesman puts away the magic harp, looking left and right, looks inside of his wallet as he pulls out a picture of his family and a tiny key on it.
Everyone's my dad.
I've almost got enough for the milk. I'm still paying off the bike I stole.
Yeah, so that's like yours or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Unless I can put Marilyn. Can I put Marilyn in it?
Well, why?
Because it's got an M on it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Here you go.
Do you release Marilyn?
No.
We can switch out Pokeballs. You've
I'm
said
gonna figure this out. Don't worry.
Didn't you say that we were capable of switching out Pokeballs?
Shut
or
the
something
fuck up.
Okay.
I will find the technology to do.
If anything, we can always give it to Varric, right? Varric was gonna gym battle or something.
I don't need it.
Okay, here you go. Throws the ball at Keanu.
By the way, I don't know how
What's this guy
it
doing
would
over here?
really
Get outta here.
interact, but you might want to check with Milkshake's ball. In
You
order
guys
to
would have.
see-
You guys would have finished
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I need to phone somebody, by the way, because I don't know when we're gonna be in Sinnoh. Yeah, Sinnoh next, but I've had Volcarona around for a while, and she probably wants him back.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should do that.
Probably.
Maybe.
Give me a second.
He wasn't expecting this.
I'm looking for her.
Temp partner, end of the campaign.
I just give me a moment. I'll find her.
You can do it, I believe.
Is this her? Nope, that's that guy. Is this her? Nope, that's Harriet.
Noah.
Got her.
Bugs are really gross.
You call up the gym leader over in Sinnoh. As you do, you see on your
video
Poke
phones.
you see on your Poke Gear. No, okay. If you're gonna, you could use like one of the video phones from the Pokemon Center if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that so I can show her.
You call up Lenoa as she looks to you. You see her face there as you also see other Pokemon behind her. She goes, "Oh, it's you.
Hello.
It's about time you called me."
Did you miss us?
No, not really.
Maybe a little bit. You miss Raina? She could be like the best gym trainer ever.
I would.
Hey Raina,
I
she
would
says
like
you're
that.
gonna be the best gym trainer ever.
Oh, that's really nice of her.
Yeah, she's sweet.
No, I'm not. What? Shut up.
No, I want to give you an update for you. Look.
An update on the. Okay, but where?
Big Bug Baby.
All right, where's mine?
This is this one.
You traded mine for that one,
No.
so you were able to train it up then.
Yeah, he stopped me from dying once. It was great. The not dying part. I mean, he was great in making me not die.
I suppose you win then.
What's the price? Can I get a
I-
cat? I don't
what?
want a cat.
I do you want a? I mean, what do you mean? A skitty? Do you want a skitty?
What? No, Evelyn's already here.
Glameow?
What?
Do you want a Glameow?
What?
Is that why you're asking? Do you want a Glameow?
No.
Oh,
What are you talking
a
about?
Meowth?
What?
Do you want a Meow? You said you wanted a kitty.
No.
You did.
What?
Where are you going?
You're silly, Linda. We're going to Alola.
Whereabouts?
I don't know. I mean, all over it. I'm sure they want to see all the sights.
Call me when
The
you get.
beach?
Call me when you get to Alola.
Okay.
I'll be ready by then. Bzz. She hangs up.
Huh. Hey guys, I think she's coming to Alola.
That's cool, Keanu.
Raina's just like, yay! Clap, 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 clap.
Meh. Oh, you know, I feel bad. We never got juice for that one lady.
What?
Yeah, that one lady who wanted the turtle that you stick berries in it shoots out juice.
Yeah, there was like a flower lady asking for a
Yeah.
shuckle, and we never found one.
Yeah, the juiceal or whatever.
The juiceal. That is true.
I do
that
not
was,
remember this.
That was a
happening.
plot thread left That was a plot thread left undone.
It was back when we had pancakes, waffles, and French toast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was back in Orberg.
I think that was when you were getting shot.
Yeah, it was when
Yeah.
you were
Might have
getting
been when I was getting shot, yeah.
Yeah, you were getting
That's
shot.
probably why I don't know anything about that.
I want to ask, is that all everybody wants to do before getting on the boat?
Yeah.
Something, Evelyn excitedly talking about learning the kimono dance with April and Chemo. Something.
That's Phil Collins on my way. Starts playing.
So,
You guys.
what are we going to do about Type Null? Are we just going to let him
And
stick?
Vlad.
Oh. Wait, where's Will at?
I'm guessing you guys are keeping Type Null.
He's a good dog.
He is a good boy.
It's a weird fucking cat.
He's a weird fucking cat.
Where's-
You guys.
Vlad.
You guys get on the ship. As you guys do, Varric, you said you want to talk to Ulysses?
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one.
I refuse. I'm throwing you overboard.
Fix that for the
No,
last
that's
session.
not at all what this is about. This is specifically about Sherry.
There we go.
I refuse. I throw you overboard.
You don't even know what this is about.
Sherry, I refuse. I throw you overboard.
It's
What is it,
So
Varric?
anyway.
What do you want?
so there's a bit of an issue with Sherry, and I'm at one of the bases. We found out about the capture balls.
Hmm.
But we didn't just find out about them. She saw the blueprints, and she says she knows how to make them.
Okay.
And from what we've heard, people that know about it, bad things happen.
Hmm.
Now, this is going to be the weirdest thing I'm ever going to say to you. But I do know of a way that could potentially erase the blueprints from her mind. But it's more of a oh no. Oh no. But it's so you know, a lot of craziness has happened around us. Effectively, it would be through one
Stop
of
beating
the...
him around the bush, Varric.
I'm gonna be using a wish from Jirachi to do this. Because I have one left.
Hmm.
The wish granting Pokemon.
You act like I should be surprised.
Well,
there are
it's the
three.
weirdest-
There are 3 Mewtwo's on my ship, Varric.
There are 3 Mewtwo's on your ship, and we had a So I don't know
There's
why.
a giant Gyarados swimming next to my ship.
There's also a giant Magikarp.
The Chikorita
I'm
riding
surprised.
on its head.
I'm surprised the Magikarp is faster than the Gyarados and my ship. Varric, I have to ask you a question then.
Yes.
Are you going to use that wish to get rid of the sight of her seeing her father get taken in by the police? What about some of the other gruesome things she's seen since this has gone on?
She has seen a lot of bad things.
Are you going to use it to get rid of all of those too? Then where does it stop? Are you going to get rid of all the things she saw before she met you? Are you going to keep doing this after every time she finds something else that she sees?
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Sherry's my niece. And I love her more than anything. And I did say I would like you to keep an eye on her to make sure she didn't have anything happen to her. But you can't guard her from the world, Varric. If you were to do that, then you're no better than the two that are in jail now, who wanted to keep her all to themselves.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't be, would I?
And I know you're better than that. She's a tough kid. She's gonna have to be tougher. And if bad things happen around her because of that knowledge, first off, who are the ones doing the bad things? Pretty sure most of her enemies are in jail now.
That's true.
But also, if they do come after her, well, she has giant Pokemon.
She does have a lot of giant Pokemon.
I told her to collect giant Pokemon, Varric, and I did not think that she was actually going to do it. She has a... Do you see the Lapras outside?
I've seen the Lapras.
I'm afraid of it.
That Lapras.
It took a bottle out from the trash and chomped down on it, looking at me.
Oh, hey, Tropius did the same thing.
Is that what Tropius did?
Tropius did that, yes.
I'm afraid of that too, by the way.
Yeah.
If there's anything that I've learned on this trip is that I'm very strong, but I'm not infallible. And while I am happy with my strength, what use is it if I can't use it to stop everything that's going to be bad happening to my friends and family? And I know that I can't do that now, and I know that all of you need to grow. So the strongest thing I can do, and the best advice I can give you, is to keep an eye out. But let them grow.
Alright.
Also, if you have a wish, we could use a lot of money. Like a lot of money. We are basically broke. We are criminals in still a couple of countries until we get that under wraps. We could use a lot of money, Varric. Like a lot of money.
I'll think about it.
Like a whole lot of money, Varric. Like a room full of money.
Like a big vault full of money that you could dive into and swim around in?
If my room could be full of pearls by tomorrow morning, that would be fantastic. Like pearls or stardust, star pieces. Just put a star in my... Can I have a star in my room? We can sell it. I don't know what people use it for, but we could sell it. Maybe some, I don't know, like some rare Pokemon or something. If you have a wish and you're still a part of our, we need money, Varric. I'm already freaking out about it, to be fair, and I'm glad you're here, because keeping it to myself, I was like, how are we even going to afford gas? I don't know. We might have to swim to the other islands. Ah!
Don't worry, we'll figure something out.
It's by no means a private conversation.
You guys just hear it outside of this. Oh!
Very good in Ulysses.
And That's how the conversation continues to happen. As he goes over the entirety of the funds needed to continue working as Team Breakthrough with you.
Perfect. We'll work something out. We'll partner with the B Button League. It'll be great. That's my whole scheme. Getting it good with the B Button League for research purposes. It'll be great.
Oh, they hate you.
You and me, against the world, 100 years.
They hate you in the B Button League. You
Right.
have 2 Pokemon that are fully evolved.
But I have one as an example of what we could do for them.
You have 2
My
fully
Tressa.
evolved Pokemon.
But I have Tressa, who is.
They hate you. You're not allowed near the premises, let alone in the premises.
I don't give a shit.
Two.
They can hate my guts for all I care. I'm gonna get their money because they're gonna want what we're selling.
You guys get in the ship. It takes about a week or so to get all the way to Alola. You guys call different people to be on to tell them what for. Different people are on their way as well. Some of them take planes. Whenever you guys land, you are met with a couple of people who are waiting for you. As soon as Dakota and Serena make their way onto Alola, they get immediately assaulted by Commissioner Haley J, or Coordinator Haley J. Keanu, you get immediately tracked down by Lenoa, who has flown there and left her gym closed for the time being, as she seems to come to you and bring you. She does bring you some things, Keanu. She brings you some things.
Shit! She brings some things.
She does. She brings him things. She brings you exactly. Let's see here.
Here's the entirety of Sinnoh's cat population.
Let's see here. Where are some cats at?
Oh no, Lenoa, you silly thing.
Sucks to suck. She brings you a. She brings you a Cantonium Vulpix.
Cute.
She brings you a Meowth.
Cute.
Oh no, Lenoa, you silly thing.
She brings you a Abra.
How'd you get one of those?
Where are you finding these?
With enough play coins, she was able to get all 3 of these Pokemon.
and she also brings you a Snorlax.
Dad?
A whole ass Snorlax.
She brings you some things, and she's like, you said you didn't want Glameows, and you said you didn't want Skitties, so I brought you the closest things I could find.
What?
Here you go. They're yours now.
Oh. Right.
As you obtain 4 new Pokemon, Keanu. To do with as you wish. As you have these 4 new Pokemon. Eventually, you guys make your way to Po Town, which is the base of a certain team. You guys are let in with open arms as Keanu Team 6 returns to Po Town victorious. All of you guys are invited in. They have all kinds of people in bandanas and chains, and they have like bumping music playing in the background. They're all like violently dancing at you.
Don't mind the breakdancing. That's how they express themselves.
They're all just violently dancing at you guys.
You guys should try the capoeira classes here. They're sick.
And your Alolan adventures at this point, completely funded by a certain mayor of a certain city, a certain grandma in charge of a certain rambunctious youth known as Team Skull. as you guys get given some places in Po Town for you guys to sit up and go forth with your island challenges, because Varric wants to go through gym leaders, but she's like, hey, go do the island challenge, and you're like, okay, and then she's like, give me your fucking Pokemon. She's like, give me your Pokemon, Varric.
Okay.
You have to take this Pokemon with you if you're going to do the island challenge.
You've started in a new region, so you need one Pokemon that for some reason goes back to level 1 again.
Exactly. I would like you to take this Rowlet and go forth on your journey.
Oh, that looks like me.
Take this Rowlet and go forth on your journey, Varric. It should take you a couple of weeks, but you go forth on your island challenge. Keanu, do you want to go on your island challenge? You were supposed to go like 8 years ago, but we never made you.
I'll consider it.
I would like to go on my island challenge. Raina's goes forward. All right, you can have this Litten, Raina. Also, I'd like you to call me Grandma. Of course, Grandma. As you
Perfect.
go, here you go. Evelyn, do you want to go on your island challenge?
Yes.
You'll have to put away all of your Pokemon.
No.
All right then. You don't have to go on your island challenge.
Leave him here, Po Town Ranch.
Yeah, you could just leave them here, and we can take care of them. And you're only going to be gone for like a week or two.
Probably.
A week or two without seeing my friends? How dare you suggest such a thing?
You could call me, and you could see them anytime. And also look at this Poplio. Poplio wants to go on an adventure with you.
By that I mean freaking, what is it? Pikachu.
Poplio wants to go on an
Marie
adventure
Saint,
with you,
there we go.
Evelyn.
I want to go on an adventure with it, but I want to go on an adventure with everyone else too.
Oh,
So-
well, okay then. Looks like someone's not getting a fucking Poplio because they don't know how the Pokemon world works. Anyway,
Get out of here, Poplio. Don't worry.
I'll get you out of here,
What?
Poplio.
What?
As everybody gets to hang out, they all get to go on their island challenges except for fucking Evelyn, and everyone has a great time with Kahuna Grandma.
She's also a Kahuna.
She's also a Kahuna. Kahuna Grandma.
Kahuna Grandma.
Leader of Team Skull. I think we're finally done with the Pokemon campaign.
Yay!
Oh.
As everybody gets ready to go on a new Alolan adventure, this time hopefully a little bit less dangerous, but hopefully just as adventurous.
Heck yeah, bud.
Also, Mutary does indeed learn how to Mantine Surf.
He just
Yeah.
I just picture him just regular surfing, and he all of the other Pokemon do with psychics. He's just, I command the board with my brain. I don't fall.
That's some cheap shit. Raichu. You fucking nerd. You're only
Just
pretending
surfing
to
on his
surf.
tail.
You're only pretending, Raichu. Mutary becomes the greatest Mantine surfer in all of Alola. But, yeah, there we go, guys.
Heck yeah.
There are a couple of announcements we should probably make at the end of this. First off, if anybody has any questions, and that does include you guys here in the chat, like right now, like talking to me right now, you boys, the boys who are playing the game. If anybody has any questions about things that have happened in the game that they want some answers to, if I have the answers, I can give them to you. At the very end of the game, I would like to show off a little bit of a thing for potentially something that'll start up next week, and also. I would like for anybody who has them to start spamming some Keanus in the chat. Because one of our boys isn't going to be coming back next week.
My boy.
We gonna miss you.
Aaron isn't going to be coming back for the Zelda games, so we should throw some Keanu's in the chat for our boy Aaron. To show him how much we love him.
Aww.
Look at all those Keanu's. Look at them all. Look at them all. There's even some Marilyns.
Yes, we need the Marilyns too.
Throw them all out. Every one of them. So Raina's probably between 76 and 84. Is she older than Grandma? No, of course she's not.
Can't believe her.
Grandma is the ripe old age of.
To be fair, Raina is probably around 70-something, but to her, she was only in there for like a month or so. So, like,
Yeah, mentally speaking, she's not 70-something.
timey-wimey bullshit.
Poor Formal. She wanted to say something to Varric, but she had to leave.
Oh.
Feels bad, man.
I feel bad too. We had so many things we were trying to get through, and I was trying to speed them up as much as we could, but we had to get through as many things as we could.
And now I have nothing to wish for. Yeah.
We could use some money. We could use money. Lots of
Don't
money.
worry.
We could use a ton of money. I'm kidding.
Eric?
Don't worry, I have connections to my father's company. It'll be fine.
we already asked him. He didn't even give us a reward for you.
It's fine.
He didn't even give us his ransom.
He did though.
You just wrote no.
He kind of did.
He wrote no. At first he said prove it. And then he sent another message going, how do I know that's my son?
Yeah, that's just like him. Don't worry, I have my own assets. It'll be
What a
fine.
green
So, question: what kind of stuff would have happened in Kanto? There was a couple of other things I had planned. Again, a lot of them had fallen through, but there was the entirety of the plot point with the old Team Rocket leader. He would have potentially given you guys a lot more information on the capture balls, as well as given you guys one when you guys got there. He would have also shown you guys to the Fuchsia City rocket base, which you guys would have had to go into to receive said capture ball. There was a bit of a thing with an Elite Four member that was going to show up in Lavender Town. But she wasn't amazingly interesting, but she was kind of like a anti Team Rocket kind of thing. Like she was like, my family was wronged by Team Rocket in the past, so I joined this team called Team Breakthrough. So she didn't actually know that she was in Team Rocket, basically the remnants of it. She was gonna be fun.
All right.
Experimental people keep their powers? Yes, all the experimental people kept their powers.
Yeah. We don't. Without our buddy Bill, we don't have any other idea of how to get rid of their powers.
Eventually, again, given enough time and enough research material from them, they can probably, if not get rid of it entirely, limit it to a point where it's a non-factor. So, not to mention, Team Breakthrough could potentially help with that, since they have all the research notes to actually make it happen.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they were using potential before they ever used the God Blood stuff, so potentially just doing that in reverse, basically.
Which is something that I wanted to ask about. What made you think to do all this? The potential, the traps and technology, the God Blood.
It's just easy.
Easy?
That was just what I came up with whenever we went into the game.
Because it's heckin' neat. It's heckin' neat. Totally different from what you would normally expect for a Pokemon game.
To the players, what's the future of their characters? I mean, we don't know what the future of their characters are. Who's to say, man? Maybe we'll do another campaign. It looks like Evelyn's maybe wanting to become a research assistant without having to do any research.
She does field research.
Oh, I would really love to see that Pokemon you caught, Evelyn. No. He's mine.
Do you want me to like ask a Pokemon a question about themselves, about something that no one's ever discovered before, and then send it back to you? Yeah.
I have a question. I have a question, Evelyn. I have a question.
What's
If
up?
I were to ask you about your human body, would you be able to tell me something more than I could research?
Maybe.
I do not know why I took you on as my apprentice.
Becomes a
somewhere.
Pokemon.
Minami Mina. Mimi Mamina gave dropped 1,000 or 100K dropped 100K fucking channel points. Just drop that shit right down. Says Keanu, name Tropius. Do it. You won't. You probably won't.
We got the new ones as well.
Huh? Oh, you're naming them?
Yeah.
Are you not thrilled you have 4 new Pokemon?
No, I am. I'm just naming them.
Bruh.
Squoosh.
you have this Vulpix, and this Vulpix is like looking at your other Vulpix, and they're like Vulpix at each other.
No.
Catherine.
Bruh.
Cute.
Can Keanu and his girlfriend have? Who knows, man? Who knows about that stuff? Who's to say?
All right. I have 2 questions now.
What's your questions?
First up, for Admin Drew, the fuck was his deal? Like, not like his story, like his traps in technology. What was up with that?
He was the normal type.
Yeah, he was normal type.
Was he just the normal type?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was actually one of the strongest because, as I mentioned to you guys a long time ago, and you guys didn't really put 2 and 2 together with this that much, but it was a lot easier to obtain the potential from normal type Pokemon than other types of Pokemon. Which is why most of the experimental Pokemon you guys have were normal types.
Ah, that makes sense.
It's a lot easier to obtain the potential from normal type Pokemon, which is why he was one of the most powerful of the people. And
Oh yeah, you continue.
And he was basically told by Sherry's mom to do her dirty work, and she was gonna usurp Sherry's dad, or at least try to.
Nice.
How's the spiritual at the police station doing? He's doing good. There's a lot of despair around there. He's doing his good. He's doing fine. A bunch of free meals.
Bunch of free meals. Nice.
What? Okay, so what was Glubinaldo Jr.'s mutation?
Oh, Glubinaldo Jr.
Yeah, he never.
I feel so bad. Glubinaldo Jr. basically had the ability to take on any other mutation.
Oh.
Oh, that's so neat. Yeah,
so when he turned into like someone,
if he would have turned into Vivi, then he would have gotten Vivi's powers. If he would have turned into Tressa, he would have gotten Tressa's powers, stuff like that.
He just never did that.
Every time I rolled for him, I rolled pretty low, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this. If he ever got a decently high one, or if you told him specifically to turn into one of them, he would have turned into him and be like, oh, and you notice that he changes and stuff like that. Did Evelyn return Porter Cookie to April? I don't think Evelyn had Porter Cookie.
I didn't have Porter Cookie. No,
yeah, Sherry had Porter Cookie.
Sherry
had Porter Cookie, and I don't think April liked Porter Cookie. So that's up to April. Apparently, Porter Cookie betrayed her. So, according
to room when danger was
according to FOMO, Porter Cookie betrayed her. So, what about Rockman's mutation? Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think about Rockman's mutation after he left. I probably would have given him something pretty cool, but like once I realized they were gonna leave him in Sinnoh, I'm just like, I don't have to mess with it. I didn't have everyone's mutations 100% down until like midway through the campaign.
I guess the other one would be for Bulbasaur. Like, was he an experimental Pokemon too?
Bulbasaur was an experimental Pokemon. I've already mentioned how he can't evolve.
Yeah.
as far as his mutation was concerned, oh, what the hell? Somebody came downstairs. As far as his mutation and stuff was concerned, his thing was going to basically be very similar to Vivi's, only in the more resistance category than actually dealing out. Whenever he got hit by things he was weak to, he would no longer be weak to them.
Oh, that's so cool. What a good boy.
So eventually he just becomes basically immune.
Oh, heck yeah, bud.
But it never really came to be very much.
Yeah, Kimo didn't really have him fight that much, and then left the campaign with April.
In this world, are all ghost type souls of the dead people? No. There are some that are souls of dead people, but not all of them. Again, it's very special cases that something like Reina happens, where Reina turns into a Pokemon because of influences of Pokemon. But otherwise, she would just be dead. Like, if any of the players were to die, they wouldn't turn into Pokemon.
Yeah.
So definitely it was it's not a thing that doesn't happen, and in particular, like Yamask is not always people. Sometimes they may be, who's to say, but no. What's the deal with Zorua? Zorua was a character that I made basically specifically for the horror campaign thing, and I literally just made the Zorua. Basically, he knew what was happening. If you guys could have convinced him to stay with you, he might have been able to help you out with the Mewtwo stuff, especially. But
she was on the map.
What was that?
I didn't even realize he was on the map right now.
Yep. He's somewhere in here. I can't remember where.
Right
there
here.
he is. There he is. He was just one of the ones that basically knew just about everything. I gave him the knowledge without really giving him a reason to have the knowledge, and I never really fleshed it out because he wasn't with the group, so I didn't have to anymore. So basically, he was one of those characters that was kind of half-baked. I was leaving him ambiguous to be able to fill in whatever sorts of things I could with him. But because he didn't get that, that kind of screen time, I didn't flesh him out.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do to Dakota and the Lopunny? They experimented on the Lopunny, and they basically used all of Dakota's Pokemon, which he had way more than 2. They used most of Dakota's Pokemon to be able to strong-arm the police. They had basically a retired Pokemon champion's Pokemon, and he was just kind of having to sit there and do whatever they needed him to. In the end, he's still kind of fine. You know, he wasn't hurt or anything too badly, and all the Pokemon mainly did it so that he wouldn't be hurt. And none of them feel like none of them feel amazingly guilty. The only long-term damage is unfortunately Lopunny, because they realized that the team had a way to talk to Lopunny, so they got rid of Lopunny's ability to speak.
Yeah, and we didn't even realize kind of that happened. And he told us about this. And I feel really bad about it.
What were Dakota's other Pokemon? I don't know. I have a sheet for him. I just don't know where the fuck it is. I'm not gonna look it up.
I feel like I'm ghost. They could just fly here. Pish posh.
He has a team. I just don't have it in front of me. I will say I based a lot of his team off of the team that I used in my original platinum playthrough, and then I gave him more Pokemon based off the Pokemon that I liked from other regions, such as Serena. Serena's my favorite Pokemon from Sun and Moon, so I threw that on his team.
Heck yeah, bud.
So yeah, he was basically mostly like kind of grass-esque going through things, but he also took care of bugs and he took care of other things, and he had Lopunny and yada yada yada. He mostly had a Lopunny because Buneary and Lopunny are very common around just outside of his house, so he got one whenever he was younger.
Nice. Am I gonna make a joke wish? I don't think I am gonna make a joke wish.
This is a recap
fact-
of finale. What'd you miss? This is an epilogue.
Epilogue.
Yeah,
This is an epilogue. Everything is over. We are the done. We're just having some questions at the end in case people have any lingering thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't think Ferrick's going to end up using the wish for anything really. There's just doesn't have a desperate need for anything unless Haley J mentions that
Varric. Money.
I already have a plan for that.
Money,
button,
Varric.
lady. Listen,
Going with Sirius's dad. He's totally alive, and he faked his death to let his son live a happy life. Who then was like, "I'm gonna be just like my dad," and then the shenanigans ensued.
yes, that is. If it would have come up with when she was there with them, that her low.
Wait, wish for her voice back? Oh, that would be a nice one.
Yeah.
I'll if that would ever come up in a conversation between these characters, then yes, he would end up doing that.
Oh
that just
man,
feels
it
like-
really sucks that our poor Lopunny got its voice taken away because of these guys. All because they had two people who could talk to Pokemon. I mean, it's not like it's their fault or anything. I'm kidding. So.
But yeah, if
By
you-
itself.
that'll be a good way to use the wish. There we go. Done. Bam.
Varric's not gonna wish for his dad to take a vacation with him in Alola. Varric knows that even fucking Jirachi can't fix that.
There's a lot of baggage there. So let's not even. Varric's story
Varric uses his
stopped
wish.
being-
Varric uses his wish. Can Keanu's dad come back with the milk? And then Keanu's dad shows up like, "Whoa, Keanu, I'm back."
Also, I'm a doctor to restore this Pokemon's voice.
I tripped into an ultra wormhole whenever I got the milk.
But no, Varric's story stopped being about wanting to take over his father's company the moment Sherry was introduced. So very early on, it stopped being about Varric's backstory and more about what was happening in the game. But yeah, that won't happen at all.
Mm-hmm.
As for a love interest I saw earlier, no, there's
Warrior.
heh.
Warriors.
Yeah, I know somebody wanted the crane ship, but
Varric and Lee.
Or you
Best
got
ship.
DSL. What's up?
funny thing, had things not gone so weirdly in Johto with chemo, I mean, who knows, man? Anything could have happened, but then things didn't happen.
So Deco, why is Tropius token not shiny when it was shiny? It's not shiny.
Tropius isn't shiny?
I don't think so.
I mean, I thought that's what the whole thing was when he first
I
fought
mean,
her.
maybe it is shiny. I don't fucking know. That just goes to show how I don't give a fuck about shinies. When we got new art, she made the art and I used it. Like,
I remember the old token was definitely shiny.
well, there we go then.
I just remember, like,
If this isn't shiny, then sucks. She got dirty.
I assume that my eyes have just grown so adjusted to the color, and it's pretty similar to the original. That's like, oh yeah, that's shiny.
All grass type Pokemon are just so similar, like with their shinies. So like, that's one probably reason I just didn't notice or didn't care.
Come.
Do you guys have any moments in particular you guys want to speak about from the game? And keeping them short, of course.
It's advanced shiny.
Well, I guess one of my favorite moments, because there are a lot of good moments. So one that I wanted to talk about, since it was involving me directly, because I'm very selfish like that, was the battle with my rival boy, and how intense that was.
And the other, y'all just
Fucked over.
vibing for this dark gym leader girl so hard.
I don't know why. But yeah.
That's a good idea. Like, what's everyone's like favorite moments?
That's what I just asked, and very.
From, well, I was going to say specifically for their characters.
What
Getting
about
tased.
what about
Getting tased.
what was that? What was that, Keanu?
So I don't know, getting tased.
You liked getting tased? Why are you in uniform?
Yeah, just more.
I love
Just
how
setting
your
the
favorite
tone
moment.
for
I love
what
how your
was to
favorite
come.
moment is from the very first game.
And it was that's when it peaked, and it was all downhill.
And it really set the tone for going forward.
We actually had a conversation about that today. Where just like fucking they go to a Lola, they go to like Vermilion or something, and police show up and they're like, "Yeah, we're from Alola and we're police officers and we want to ask you some questions." And you're like, "If you're from Alola, how come you're in uniform?" Then they tase you and take you back to Alola.
Thanks, guys. Oh fuck.
What about Evelyn?
Heckin', my favorite Evelyn moment was probably the Maria talk. I think when that whole sad thing after she learned that Oscar like didn't like her that way.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because that was just like the first time I feel like I'd gotten like I feel like I felt like good about like, oh man, that was a nice emotional scene that I just had.
Oh,
And,
you
like,
felt good
I
about her pain.
blow it.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
felt good, didn't you? Felt good about her pain, huh?
FOMO!
What's FOMO's favorite April moment?
You were saying there was the one I didn't like?
What's your favorite moment?
Dude, I just had it.
The chemo kiss.
Yeah. We peaked, boys. Thank God we're ending now.
And I don't think Will's
My
here. There
favorite
you
part
are.
was the part where we all were to. No, fuck that. It
The
was-
broom closet
What's your
thing
favorite
was my
Jonathan or
favorite.
Joseph part?
Yeah.
Wait, I have to choose like Joseph part? God damn it.
What's your favorite Jonathan or Joseph part?
And or Joseph.
This is gonna sound bad, but the stakes with being bored by Ditto was dramatic.
That was pretty good. That was a pretty good time.
If you want, we could say it's a fetish thing.
Well, we could definitely say it's a fetish thing. All right, guys. Here's a harder question. What is your favorite moment from each of the main NPCs? Chemo, go!
Making
Got it.
now.
I already answered.
What just happened?
Anybody
Yeah,
have
what
anything
for
other
it?
than something that's already said?
I think the
Or
Oh.
thinking I was cheating on Arena.
There you go. That's a good
That
one.
was a fun one.
that
That
was-
was a
Raina,
great
go!
one.
I do.
Uh,
I mean, I love Raina just entirely. Just the
Raina,
fact
go!
that Raina is dating. The fact that Raina is dating Keanu. That's a thing that happened. Holy. How
great,
is this
I
going?
love it.
How
10
did
out
we
of
get
10.
here?
Oh yeah, I was ready to
Remember when
block
she
out
died?
the whole
When she
game,
just turned
and
into a
then
ghost?
the second person like, "Hey, you want to get a salad or a sandwich or something?" Yeah, he's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, yeah.
The date was super cute.
It was super
Alright.
cute.
Also, say good chemo moment. Going back a sec was the dance that she did for
Ooh,
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Where
was a
she,
good
like-
time.
the
She, like,
dance, the hugging.
started openly acknowledging us as her friends.
Joy, go!
Oh my.
When she sold me a whole box of chocolates, baby.
She was Superman for a second.
When she literally just
Oh,
closed
her
her store
three-way
because she was
between me and
bored.
Jen.
When
Which
she
is a
saw-
thing she did. That was a character motivation for her. I live in a small town. I have fuck all to do. Can I come?
10 out of 10.
Tony Taratina, go!
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers.
These sugars
And-
existing for Mew because Mew can just squeak and I'm fucking happy.
And convincing Muteri to
Think for
think for himself.
Yeah.
All right. And we're only doing this for the mainest of characters, guys. So Keanu Team 6, go!
Obviously, the only moment we had with them.
Dude,
All
Because
right,
we-
cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really sad when
Funny.
their 6th member died, and
Why do people keep thinking there are 6 of them?
Because it's called Theonicus.
No, there are 6 teams.
They lost
Of
two of the
4.
members getting to Kanto.
Yeah, Keanu Team 1 is just one dude. It's just one dude with a gun.
Sherry,
That's
go!
my dad.
I got 2 good moments.
I said
going
your
to-
favorite moment.
All right then.
Fucker.
When her Driftwood fucking ditch her.
when the Drifloon fucking left.
Yeah.
When she's just like, Drifloon, no!
Yeah.
Well, if it's my favorite moment with her, it's gotta be when we were both silently trying to figure out how to get the ball to work the way we wanted it to while Keanu was doing his summary.
The fucking campaign recap. Her one-sided conversation with her dad on the phone.
That was pretty good.
She would have another one of those on the boat, by the way. During
really
his one phone call.
I really like both, or well, if we're going with just one, I really like the when she learned about the balls, the capture balls, and like she was like really nervous, and Varric was there.
Mm-hmm. That was a very intense and emotional one that's also dear to my heart and one of my favorites. But I wanted to go with a funny one because we were all being funny at the moment. But God, that was such a good moment for us. My poor girl.
All right. Again, only important NPCs. So Lee, go!
Lee.
You guys did it perfectly. All right. I think that you know, all the other people obviously had their own good moments. We've went through all of them, except for favorite yeah moment.
The part where he goes,
Yeah.
Every
and
time
then
he chose to win. Every time. I'm gonna be so sad.
I know, I got the best one. Is when Harriet was a fucking dumbass and tried to attack the
And he just said, nah. I'm just imagining that scene if it was ever animated too, where just fucking everything's going crazy and she just turns on him, ready to go at him. Everybody's worried about him, like, oh no! And then he just decides to win, and then she loses and fucking goes down like a bitch. And he barely does anything to her.
It's just the funny about that scene is that, like, to know that he's a threat is to know what he is. So you still attacked him knowing that he could just win.
Everybody's saying Ulysses, fine. Favorite Ulysses moment, go.
When he
was trying to lie to Oscar about where we were going and what we were doing. I am lying. No, I'm not lying. That's what
I met him.
Today, got it.
When he tried to go down with his ship.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And how we've also, you told us this later on after stream, but he would have easily just swam through the ocean.
Yes.
If we had not gone with him.
He would have just swam. He would have just swam to shore. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. What's Riolu was a experimental Pokemon.
Riolu?
Yeah.
I did not give him one.
Ah.
Again, as soon as things stopped going the way I thought they would go, like I would not think them fully through.
Cool. But I mean, we had Cena for a while. I think you mentioned it, didn't you? Or not?
I don't remember. Again, as soon as I realized that he wasn't going to be caught by you guys, I did not put a lot of thought into it.
Cool. That's fair. 100%. Look at all these experimental mon. Wow.
Any other questions out there? Do we have any other things to ask?
Time Keanu got pegged.
He got pegged?
Oh yeah.
Confirmed?
Whatever happened with Quick Coolidge?
Kathy, she's still writing articles today. I'm sure that she's in talks with Keanu about a book.
Wow.
And Keanu will provide some pictures that he took over the time, and you know, those pictures of those god hands will probably go for a pretty penny.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
What name did Keanu settle for Tropius? Did he even get a return? It is Vivian. Vivian the Tropius.
Cute.
Oh yeah.
Vivian the Tropius.
Most of my girl Pokemon are named after famous actresses. And all.
Okay.
What happened to Varric's rogue?
He's still out there being a rogue. Like I said, the whole thing with the rogue card was if you guys had convinced them to change something about themselves or to do something else with themselves, then they would have stuck around. But Most of the
With how-
time they were just kind of left to their own devices, so I just left them to their own devices.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at stopping some weird random ice man from being like weirdly sexist.
Yeah,
He's still
he's
trying
not-
to
he hates us.
Women.
I
I don't know
love
what's up, dude.
But you know, they're just out there still doing their thing, still being your rivals.
Yep. I'll meet him one day.
forever.
They contact you guys one day somehow, and they're just like, "Don't think I haven't forgot.
We literally did nothing to you.
You let me stay in a cave for a week. It was cold."
Julie starts
Wear a
rolling.
jacket. Shut up.
I had nothing. We had nothing to do with that.
You were the only ones who knew that he took me there.
I wasn't even there. You big old.
A likely story.
So I like to imagine that eventually Varric and his rival would eventually meet in the battle of going to championships.
Who
and
knows,
shit.
man? Maybe.
Super rivalry. It would have been great.
Maybe
But we won't see that.
maybe you decide to get your 8 badges and go to the Sinnoh League instead of other leagues, and heckin' maybe you find him there.
Yeah, maybe.
Go to the second guy.
And then I beat him mercilessly.
I hear they're
With my
about.
super strong Pokemon.
What happened to the theft kid? He got written out of the game, you see.
Yeah.
Last time we saw him was when he gave a bunch of money. I feel like that was when the last time we ever saw him is when
He got written out of the game, you see.
I have his number as pizza. I think
Pizza.
Yeah, Caesar's
I
Caesar's
actually really
pizza,
like the
and then in
guy.
brackets.
I really
I have
like the guy. I hope
serious-
he's doing okay.
He's doing fine. He's doing
Oh, yeah.
okay. He's still trying to find the one responsible for stealing his identity, and maybe one day he'll find them.
Maybe.
The numbers I have at the end of this game are Tube Man, Joseph Grunt77, the International Championship, Adler as question mark guy, Kathy, Grandma, Chemo, Jonathan, Sherry, Chelsea, Lenoa, Mr. Mungus, Evelyn, Nurse Joy from Canal Life City specifically, and Sirius under Caesar's Pizza.
I love how like the other Joy you guys were the closest to was the Can Alive Joy.
It was great.
Look at all these Magikarp.
Pictures, what do I have
All these
immediately?
Magikarp.
I have Chemo smiling. I have Ron cuddling Stuffle. I got a net 19 on that one. I got Trophies taking a drink. That's from way back. Marilyn and Ditto Marilyn. I got a 19 on that. Mesprit eating a Yum Bar and a Mesprit selfie. Grandpa Gyarados. I got a net 20 on that one. A Larvesta playing with Dusty. And a Remoraid and Wingull picture that I must have took back when they stole all our shit. And then everything else got stolen or sold.
You also had like a Mesprit group shot with Evelyn, didn't you, from early on when you first met her, I think?
You wanted one, and then he gave that to you, so that's not in the list of the things he has on
Oh,
his
okay.
camera.
Mm.
Those
And
are the
then I
things
lost it
still in
because
the
of the ruin.
room.
You
So
no
Keanu,
longer have a
you
picture of
get brought up.
yourselves. All right, my dudes. I believe that that's probably where we're gonna end things off then. Maybe one day we'll return and do some sort of a side story or new campaign, or maybe one day. Who's to say we won't? Who's to say we will? If we ever do something like that, you guys will be the first ones to know. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But this was a nice little trip. This was the second campaign we've completed on the channel, and this one's taken quite a long time. The other one we only had a week, or not a week. The other one we only had a year to go through. This one was almost
Well,
2 years.
We all know Dark
So-
lasted 1 week.
This
Apparently.
this is the one that's lasted the longest so far, and that's gonna be immediately like it's not gonna hold that for a while. I'm pretty sure that that at least NetNavi is gonna last longer than Pokemon.
Oh yeah, baby.
But for the time being, this will hold the cake. It'll hold the reigning champion of how many games there will be.
And it held at level 69, so
yeah.
we basically already.
Is anything else gonna leave at episode 69? I don't fucking think so. But yeah. As you guys are getting all those things being done there, the last thing I want to do is I want to show off the winner of the poll thingy that happened on the Patreon the other time.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna save the game here. I'm gonna save it right now. Maybe one day we'll return to this thing, and once we're done with this, I'm probably gonna give each of you guys a bag so that you guys can take whatever the fuck you guys want from the room. I have color coded bags over here if you guys want to take some things.
Moving back.
But I'm gonna ship this over to another room.
Heck yeah, bud.
As we shift over to this room, this is the work in progress for the next game room. It'll be done by next week, hopefully. If not, then we'll be in probably a temporary room. And this will be the first time I show off this a little bit to people who aren't Patreons. So, bing. Yeah. We have a picture of the hero. Of the Zelda hero. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Look, it's wife.
You haven't even gone on the goddamn game yet. Already, it's like that's my wife. Like, what the fuck? Are you gonna ooga booga again?
We've been joking about it a bit. Everyone has.
Oh, so you're gonna ooga booga?
Yeah, sure.
immediately.
Everyone has. Oh, that makes it okay.
Yes.
You should show off some of the monsters.
I already did.
Okay.
There are things over here showing off a bunch of the other ones that I've shown off before. But I was gonna show this off, and with that being said, my dudes, next week, hopefully we'll come back with the first backstory game for the Zelda game. But
heck yeah,
until that does happen, we'll see how things go down. But guys, I really enjoyed playing Pokemon with all of you. And I hope you guys enjoy playing Pokemon as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. But until next time, guys, like always, later days.
Later days, dude.
Later day.
Don't wanna get my car.
Bye. See you later. You guys